revision of the quadratic equations. So we are going to have the normally general problems that age related problems. So 10 years later, the age of this particular person and the product of the ages of the two persons is 280. So such type of the problems to solve quadratic equations will be used. So first thing in this, we are going to learn in this chapter defining a quadratic equation and solve the quadratic equation using the one of the following methods. One is factorization method, converting into perfect square method, and quadratic formula method, and graphical representation method. Okay, so these are the different ways. So what is mean by, so let us take the one problem into the consideration. The difference between the present ages of the, see the read the question properly here. The difference between the present ages of the Tom and Harry is 6 years. Difference between the Tom and Harry is 6 years. 10 years later, the product of their ages is 280. The starting, this why a problem only is taken into consider. So how old Tom and Harry now? So present ages here it is considered Tom age as a x years and Harry age as a x plus 6. Why? Because the difference between the present ages of Tom and Harry is 6 years. दोनों का difference 6 years है. So एक का age 6 means other age will be x plus 6. Okay. So it is considered. We have to consider after 10 years. Can you tell me what is the age of the Tom? Present age is x means what is the age of the Tom? Anyone? Can you hear me? The present age of the Tom is x years. Then what is his age after 10 years? 10 years later.
X plus 10.
Yes, x plus 10. So can you tell me what is the Harry age after 10 years?
16 plus 10.
16 plus 10.
16 plus x.
16 plus x.
X.
Yes, or x plus 16. You can write. So इसको 10 add करना है. So 10 years later, 16 plus x years. Okay. And here it is given the product of the ages after 10 years is 280. So that is nothing but the, their ages after 10 years is x plus 10 and 16 plus x. So x plus 10 and x 16 plus x. So these two, if you are adding, sorry, product multiplying, you are going to get it as a 280. So you need to take it as x plus 10 into 16 plus x is equals to 280. So it is given to you the product of their ages is equals to 280. So like that, a quadratic equation is a polynomial where the highest degree of the variable is 2. Is a means actually generally we are going to have the yes is equals to 0 hota hai to equation is equal to 0. If it is not there, it is a quadratic polynomial. So difference you please try to understand here. The general form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Here a, b, c are all real numbers. They are coefficient and a should not be equals to 0. And note that the value of, that satisfies the quadratic equation are known as, actually zeros it is given but it is wrong. Zeros will be called only in case of the polynomial. In case of the polynomial only we call it zeros. Zeros nahi bolna hai. So sorry, it is wrong here. Okay, so it is roots are solution. Zero in case of only polynomial. Polynomial case में zeros बोलता है. Okay, do remember here it is given to you this point here, it is wrong here in the note point. Okay, but do remember that zeros should be used in case of the polynomial and root and solution should be used in case of the equation. So methods, whatever it may be the equation, maybe it is a linear equation. Linear equation is nothing but is equals to symbol. Quadratic equation is nothing but equation which involves the quadratic polynomial. That is nothing but highest power of the variable is equals to 2 you are going to have. So methods to solve the quadratic equation. So different methods we are having, that is factorization method, completing square method, quadratic formula method, and graphical representation. We will represent the given. So usually we are having these three methods only. So factorization, completing squares, and quadratic. Now let us see the factorization method. Okay. So in a factorization method, what do we do? The middle term, we are going to split into the two factors. We'll split the middle term and we express the given x is there. So minus 120 should be factorized into 2. First, क्या करना है? The coefficient of x square and a constant to be multiplied. We are going to get it when you multiply minus 120. And x square here, x square is x square. So if you multiply these two, in the second step, what you have to do here, we have to write the 26x in such a way that sum of the two numbers is equals to 26x and product will be equal to 120 minus 120 x square. If you see that the 30 and minus 4x, if you take your plus 30 and minus 4x, if you take plus 26, you'll get. And if you multiply them, you are going to get minus 120. Okay. So, and you have to take the x common here, x plus 30. So, this is called factors. You factorized it. So, x plus 30 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0. From this, x equal to minus 30, and x is equals to 4 here to get it. So, I'll explain to you at the end of the class. Again, the easiest way to you to factorize. So Tom age is x 4 years and Harry age, present age is 6 plus x, 6 plus 4, that is 10. Okay, so like this, the factorization will be done. So now here sometimes there is a problem that converting the into the perfect squares. So what are the factors of the x square plus 2x plus 2? So we can we factorize this one? No, it is not possible to factorize. It's a simple convert the equation into the perfect squares. So you can write this into the perfect squares. So completing square method. So converting into the perfect squares. Suppose if it is given to you x square plus 26x minus 120 is equals to 0. So is equals to 120 you write here x square plus 26x is equals to 120. Step 1. Okay. Now here 26x you consider here and 120. These two numbers, these two terms to be taken into consider. And that 26x you have to write as a 13x plus 13x. Why? Because 2ab form. We need to get into 2a. 2ab. So here, what is the a is here x and b is 13. So we need 13 square. 13 square is to be added left hand side and as well as right hand side. So that the left hand side we are going to get it as a perfect square. X square a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now you can write it as x plus 13 whole square is equals to 120 plus 169, which is 289. 289 is the square of the 17. So x plus 13 is equals to plus or minus 17. You get x plus 13 is equals to, and x plus 13 is equals to minus 17 if you are taking and plus 17 if you are taking. Once you will get as a minus 30 and 4. So minus 30 is not possible as an age. So x is equals to 4 only to be taken into consideration. This is completing square method actually. We are making it as a perfect square. The term, whatever it is given to you, we are making it as a perfect square. Sometimes it is not possible to us to find the factors even as a perfect square. So in that case, how to find the factors he is asking. So we will use the quadratic formula to find the roots or solution of the quadratic equation. So to find the quadratic formula, the method of finding quadratic formula, let's take the quadratic equation as a ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Completing square method only will be applied here. The c, whatever it is there, should be taken to the right side. And this ax square plus bx to be written as perfect square. So this is a. Here by a everywhere by a. X square plus b by ax, we got it. Now here is equal to right hand side c by e. Just like as we did in this perfect square, make perfect square x square, and we have to write that bx by a as a 2ab form. 2 compulsory should be there, and a is what here in the place of a, x is there. So that's why x is beta we are here. Next, b by 2a if you write and simplify that, you are good. So if we are having b place b by 2a, so b by 2a whole square to be added and to be added both sides of the equation to make it as a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So b by 2a whole square is added to the left side and also to the right side. Now left hand side what it becomes? A square plus 2ab plus b square. A place में x है, b place में b by 2a. So these are the things you have to remember. So this is derivation of the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. X plus b by 2a whole square is equals to minus b by a plus b square by 4a square. So from this, x plus simplify right hand side. So we are going to have minus 4ac plus b square. So b square minus 4ac you can write. B square minus 4ac by 4a square. So plus or minus under root you are going to get when you take from the square root. Square x plus b by 2. And that b by 2a is taken to the right side. So that is written as in a short form, x plus b by 2a is equals to plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So x is equals to minus b by 2a plus or minus. इसको simplify कर लेते हैं, denominators both you are having 2a. So you can write it as a minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So this is the formula to find out the roots of the quadratic equation. Suppose let us take the one quadratic equation into consideration, and using this formula also you can find out. In case if the factorization is not possible, comparing square method is also not possible, then you can use this formula to find out the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, so what is the formula? Please everyone note, and once again in your mind you have to revise it. Same formula, same problem you take into consideration. Tom and Harry wala problem. So what is the equation, quadratic equation you are going to get it? X square plus 26x minus 120 is equals to 0 is the equation. In this place, a is equals to 1. X square coefficient is called as 1. Compare with the ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So a equal to 1, you will get b is equals to plus 26, you will get c is equals to minus 120, you will get. And you substitute these values in the formula. That is minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So minus b is nothing but minus 26 plus or minus under root of 26 square minus. See here, it is time consuming. Most of the students will feel that it is easy. But 26 square find out karna and 124 से multiply करो and add them 1156 you got it and square root find out करो. So this is little bit tedious job to you. So better thing is the factorization. In case factorization is not possible, then you have to use the quadratic formula. So in this case, you are going to get same x is equals to minus 30 and x is equals to 4. And simplifying this. Minus 30 is not taken into consider. So that we are going to take it x is equals to 4 into consideration. So x is equals to 4 means term percentage is 4 and Harry percentage is x plus 4, x plus 6 plus x, 6 plus 4. That is 10x. This is quadratic form. Okay. Actually, it gives the lots of advantages, but it is tedious job to you. Without solving the quadratic equation, you can calculate quadratic formula, and you can find out the sum of the roots and product of the roots also. Sum of the roots कैसे find out करते हैं? If the roots are, although you don't know the roots, most of the problems will be there based on this. If you don't know the roots also, you can find out their sum of the roots using the formula. One root is here minus b minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Another root is minus b plus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2. You add these two roots, sum of the roots, alpha plus beta. Then what you are going to get? Under root under root of b square minus 4ac will be cancelled because once you are having minus and here, so you are going to get minus 2b by 2a. And simplifying this, you are going to get minus 2b by 2a. So 2 will get cancelled, so minus b by a. So sum of the roots of the quadratic equation is minus b by a. Even in the polynomial chapter also you have done zeros. Sum of the zeros is minus b by a. Quadratic, whenever it is taken. And product of the zeros is c by a. Same. So here roots we have to call as it is a equation. Product of the roots will be equals to c by a. If you multiply them, the numerator is in the form of a minus b, and numerator of the second term is also in the form of a plus b. There a is minus b and b is under root of b square. So on simplifying this, what you are going to get? You are going to get b square minus b square plus 4ac. So c by a. On simplifying this, you are going to get 4ac by a square. So c is nothing but constant term and a is nothing but x square coefficient. So sum of the product of the roots is equals to constant term by sum and product of the roots. Okay. So in this situation, we will not find out the roots of the quadratic equation. Although without finding the roots of this quadratic equation, you can find out their sum. We don't know the roots. Even sometimes roots finding is difficult to do. But you can say that the sum of the roots is 1 and product of the roots is 1. A is equals to 1, B is equals to 26, C is equals to minus 120. Sum of the roots. What are the roots here? One root is minus 30, another root is 4. Actually, but here without finding that minus 30 and 4, if you are adding, you will get minus 26. So minus 26c minus b by a. If you are, we are not finding the roots here. Without finding the roots also, you can find out the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation. And product of the roots, वो दोनों को multiply करो minus 30 and 4. We got minus 30 and 4. You don't consider the Tom age and Harry age here. Harry age is dependent on Tom. Okay. So now the next concept is discriminant. Based on the discriminant nature of the roots. Roots kaise hai? We will find out which type of the roots. Without finding the roots, we'll find out the which type of the roots we are going to get. So discriminant is denoted by either it is d or delta. The discriminant is b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. With the help of the discriminant, we'll find out nature of the roots. If discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. If discriminant is less than 0, then there are no real roots, which are called imaginary numbers. We are going to learn it in your higher class, 11th class. In case if it is d equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. So let us take the one example, same problem. X square plus 26x minus 120 is equals to 0. Okay. X square plus 26x minus 120 is equals to 0. So here a is equals to 1, b is equals to 26, c is equals to minus 1. So what do you get? B square minus 4ac. Calculate. B square is nothing but 26 square minus 4ac is nothing but 4 into 1 into c. So 26 square minus 4 into 1 into 120, 676 plus 480. You are going to get 1156. That is greater than 0. Greater than 0 is nothing but roots are real and equal. Here roots are what? Minus 30 and 4 we got actually. So can we solve quadratic equation graphically? Graphically solve कर सकते हैं. Graphically. Suppose same quadratic equation Tom and Harry वाला problem if you are taking into consider. X square plus 26x minus 120 is equals to 0 is a equation. Okay, let us consider क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल को y कंसीडर करना है and x and y values to be taken into consider here. For what value of the x here you need to take into consider here. X and y values to be taken into consider. Okay. So assumption only x values you have to take minus 40, minus 30 like that it is taken and y values we are getting. Like that whatever the points are getting. See quadratic polynomial you are going to get a parabola. Quadratic polynomial I am saying here. So here it is touching at a point of minus 30 and 4 here actually it is looking like a 5 but it is touches exactly at a 4. So minus 30 पे 0 हो गया है 4 substitute कर रहे 0 हो so at what place x axis को touch कर रहे so that place to be taken into consider but here sometimes exactly you may not get graphically whenever you represent okay. So x axis को किधर touch हो रहा है वो point so minus 30 to should not be taken as a area sorry age so that's why you need to take the x is equals to 4 only as a final answer. So like this graphical भी represent कर सकते हैं but this is not there in your syllabus normally but you need to know that and different problems are there and all the problems you need to practice well here to learn the quadratic equations in a proper way. So where it is touching the x-axis that points to be taken into consideration as a solution of the quadratic equation. Okay. Did you understand? So graphical representation curve of the parabola varies based on the means depending upon the value of the coefficient of x square it says that and the discriminant b square minus 4x. So these two things will be based on these two things we can decide the curve of the parabola. In the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c if you are taking into consider and if a greater than 0 the parabola opens upwards like this and if it is a less than 0 it will be downwards and discriminant if you are taking into consider if discriminant is greater than 0 means d value see greater than 0 parabola intersect the x-axis at two different times because two real and distinct roots if it is less than 0 it does not touches the x-axis because no real roots. If d is equals to 0 parabola touches the x-axis at only one point only like this. So depending upon the d the curve you can take it into consider. Okay. So this is the quadratic equations chapter and based on this different problems are there until and unless if you practice well the problems then you can understand it very clearly. Okay.